Hello, my name is Miguel, and today I'm gonna make for you stew beef. Not brown stew beef, but stew. So you're gonna need beef stew. We're going to cut it in chunks. A teaspoon of marjoram, a tablespoon and a half of dried basil, a tablespoon and a half of dried parsley, rosemary, about a teaspoon of rosemary, a teaspoon and a half of dried pimento berries, 6 to 8 garlic cloves, spring of thyme, 2 to 3 stalks of scallion, 1 medium-sized onion or 2 small onions, a piece of ginger, clove, about 3 pieces of cloves, and quarter cup of ketchup, and coconut oil for cooking, preferably a piece of scotch bonnet pepper, and some salt. Not a tablespoon of salt, tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of salt. And to kind of spruce the taste up a little, I'm gonna add some jerk sauce, like a teaspoon. You can add steak sauce. Now we're gonna prep. So this is add 1, add 2. We're gonna add the seasoning twice for beef stew. So strip that off. Clean this off. Strip these off. Just gonna peel the dead leaves off. And cut the tip of this off. Thyme. Garlic. Just gonna take the leaf off. I'm sure this thing is a leaf, I'm not even sure. Let's take off this first layer. Just kind of mash the garlic. Half over here, half over here. Half over here, and half over here. Alright, rinse these off now. piece of ginger now. About piece cut out. Yeah, first index. Let's peel it. And peel it. And cut it. Put half over there, half over there. Salt. Get salt out the way. About a tablespoon and a half. Half over here. Half over there. Herbs now. Parsley. We're going to add about a tablespoon and a half of dried parsley. Over here. Margarine, a teaspoon of margarine. Half over here, half over there. Whole clove, about 3 to 2 whole cloves. Rosemary, about a teaspoon, grated fine or chopped fine. Pimento berries, about a teaspoon, half over here, half over there. And dried basil. Any of these herbs you can use them fresh if you have them in a tablespoon and a half. So that's it for herbs. Pepper. Let's put in, yes, put it in, add 2. White vinegar, we're gonna add it while it stews. Alright, so let's cover this. Put this aside for later. We're gonna cut the beef in chunks. Alright, so this is our beef stew. Fresh piece of meat. So we're gonna cut this in chunks like an inch, about an inch to inch and a half. If you know me already, I don't wash meat, so for stew beef, put these pressure cooker pot for stewing. But the amount of cut I got since I sharpened that knife. Alright, just cut them in chunks. Alright, that's good enough. That's what you want. Put the stove's gauge on 6/8 medium high and just allow this to dry. Once it's dry, add oil. Add oil. About half of quarter cup. Just allow it to get hot. A minute. Gonna stick, but I want to caramel it for a little while, like just allow it to slide, and then we're gonna move and we're gonna stir it. 2 minutes. So just let it, the stove is on 8, medium high. I love the smell of beef burning. You ever go to some country area and smell the beef? Some people are cook beef. Oh, the way how they burn it, it smells nice. A friend of mine, mom said, we also love pork. Every time she see the pork, she get jealous. She's like me now. The way how I love beef, every time I see a cow, I say, I could eat it alive. Alright, so that's how you want to get it caramel. That was 5 minutes in total. So add the seasoning now. Alright, add season 1. Allow it to saute uncovered. Get 2 cups and a half of water ready. So this is beef stew, no browning. Alright, so after a minute, alright, 2 cups and a half. Once it starts to whistle, we're going to time it for 12 minutes. I forgot to add my jerk sauce in it. I want it on this. Spruces the taste up. You can use A1, any kind of steak sauce if you don't have jerk sauce. It's building. A pressure cooker is not something you should play with, you know. Once it's on the stove, just leave it alone. It's building. Alright, once it starts to whistle like that, put your stove gauge on low and put your timer for 12 minutes. Alright, I just decided to let it go for 2 more minutes, so between 12 and 14 minutes. Let's turn it off. You can already just run this side over water until the air releases. Other than that, just allow it to cool. Alright, turn your stove back on, put the stove gauge on 4, which is medium low. This is what it looks like. Tender. Add season 2. White vinegar. And a tomato. Where's my knife? Chicken butter. Sorry, forgive me. Knife is somewhere I can't reach it right now. Alright. Just cover it properly and allow it to simmer. Put the stove gauge on 4, medium low. Okay, after 2 to 3 minutes, just look on it. See where it's at, because you don't want the water dry out. So if you have to turn the stove down a little until the season break down, do so. Just do so. And I'm gonna put the stove on 2. Ouch. I'm sorry. Put the stove on low. Put the stove on low and allow the seasons to break down first. Once it break down, we can turn it back up and thicken the gravy. So I put it on low. That was like 3 minutes gone. Alright, it's 10 minutes now. That's how it looks. The seasoning is breaking down. I'm just let it soak for a little while more on low. I'm allow it to soak for a little while more on low. Alright, that was 15 minutes. Just turn the stove up now on 4, medium low. Don't thicken the gravy now. You can remove the time sticks. This is time sticks to them already. So put the stove on medium low, and this is gonna dissolve the water some more, and then we're gonna add ketchup in about 5 minutes and then let it simmer and then thicken and finish. 20 minutes now. Let's add ketchup. About 1/4 cup or less. Just cover it and allow it to thicken. The stove is on 4, medium low. This is 28 minutes. Once it starts to stick to the bottom, that's a sign to say it's ready. I'm gonna let it go for 30 minutes. Let's look at it. It starts to stick. Alright, this is ready. Let's turn it off. That's it. So allow it to soak in the gravy until you're ready to serve. This is what I'm eating it with. Mashed potatoes. You know, you can add corn, mixed vegetable, stuff like that to this. boiled egg. Like it's smooth. I didn't use any butter, but I put a little coconut oil in it. Stew beef, no browning, just beef stew. Or stewed beef, whatever you want to call it. Trying to find a good light. Alrighty. This is stew beef, no browning. This is if you want a real beef taste. No browning influence.